Today I'm going to read to you about a purple traveling case. Sophia and her purple traveling case. It's written by Marilee Joy Mayfield and illustrated by Pam Georgiou. Just look at that. It's quite a purple suitcase, not. Looks like a purse, but it's called a traveling case. "Aunt Stella, you're finally here," exclaimed Sophia. She hugged her favorite aunt. "I'm so happy to see all of you," said her aunt as she dragged in a purple suitcase decorated with pink flowers. "Let me carry your suitcase to the guest room," said Sophia's dad. "No, no," said Aunt Stella firmly. "I'm the only one who carries my purple suitcase. You can carry the others." So she had other suitcases too. Aunt Stella pressed a button and tiny wheels popped out on the bottom of the case. Sophia was amazed that the wheels were purple too. Her aunt rolled the case to the stairs, then lugged it up one at a time, one step at a time. So she would make sure that she just did one step as she went up the next one. So it was going to take her quite a little bit to go up the stairs when she was doing the suitcase one step at a time. Tired from her trip, Aunt Stella decided to take a nap. Sophia's mom laid little brother George down for his nap too. Then she promptly started making her prized peach pie with Sophia's help. There she is helping. Do you see her? Sophia's dad watched over their shoulders. "Look at him. I'm curious about that purple suitcase," he said. "I wonder why we're not supposed to touch it. Maybe it has something dangerous in." "Maybe there's pirate treasure in it," said Sophia. "Maybe it has purple undies with pink flowers in it," said Sophia's mom as she giggled. That was a funny thing to say, wasn't it? Aunt Stella came down for dinner with a heavenly grin on her face. "Yum," she said. "I smell my favorite peach pie." She smiled at her sister and then turned to her niece. "Now, Sophia, tell me what you learned this year." "Okay," said Sophia. "I learned how to read a book. Dad helped me to fly a kite. And Mommy taught me how to tie my shoelaces. I even learned how to play soccer. But best of all, I learned to ride a bike. It still has training wheels, though." "Wow, that's a lot of exciting things for 1 year," exclaimed Aunt Stella. "Maybe this week we can do some of those things together." Sophia nodded her head and smiled. Aunt Stella always made her feel so grown up. You think she was growing up? I think she was. After a wonderful week visiting her family, Aunt Stella was ready to return home. Early in the morning of her last day, she looked in on Sophia to find her still sleeping. She's so tired. Careful not to wake her, Aunt. Aunt Stella quietly tiptoed downstairs. She spotted Sophia's mother in the kitchen. Before saying goodbye, she told her that she left a gift for Sophia in the guest room. So now she left a gift there, and we're going to go find out what it is. I bet you they... Carefully not to wake her, Aunt Stella tiptoed downstairs, and she spotted Sophie's mother in the kitchen, and before she said goodbye, she told her that she had left a gift for Sophia in the guest room. So now she left it in the guest room for her. When Sophia awoke, the family gathered in the guest room. They just stared at the purple suitcase in amazement. That's when Sophia's dad saw the note taped to it. Sophia, I hope it takes you to the same magical places it took me. Love, Aunt Stella. Bewildered but curious, her dad decided it was time to see what was inside the purple case. He tugged the lock and pulled the zipper, but he couldn't get it open. Don't worry about the suitcase, Alex, Sophia's mom said. You're going to be late for work. Can I try to open it? Sophia asked. Sure, she left it for you, her mom said. Now we're going to see if Sophia can open the box, the suitcase. Sophia rolled the heavy case into her room, placed it on her bed. Then she touched the lock. The case opened as if her touch was magic. Just look at her. She's surprised. Look at her. One of Aunt Stella's colorful scarves were inside, but Sophia thought she saw something else under it. As she moved the scarf, there was a giant whooshing sound, and she fell headfirst into the suitcase. Whoosh! There she is, going into the suitcase. Suddenly, Sophia landed hard on the ground. She stood up to see what she was on, and here she was on a green field, with pink flowers. There was a blue pond. See the blue pond over here, and a castle in the distance. It appeared someone was waving to her from the window of the castle. Is that Aunt Stella? She thought out loud. Sophia wasn't sure whether she was, but she knew Aunt Stella could help her. So she ran toward the castle, leaping over clumps of flowers and grass along the way. Now she's going to see if her aunt can help her. Sophia entered the castle and began walking from room to room in search of her aunt. Each room was marvelously decorated, but Aunt Stella could not be found in any of them. Sophia then walked into a bedroom that was truly adorned for a princess. It had beautiful purple curtains and a canopy bed to match. Just look at that. She had grown tired from the hunt for Aunt Stella and decided to lay her head down for a quick nap. I'm so tired. No one will notice me, she thought to herself. You think they will notice her? I don't think they would either, because I think that they had lots of big rooms. When Sophia awoke, she was at home in her own bed. Wow, how did that happen? Sophia thought. Where was I? She looked around her room. The purple traveling case was still on the bed, but the pattern had changed to pink fish and bubbles. Pink fish and bubbles. See, just look at that. Sophia leaned closer to the case, reached out her fingers. As she touched the lock, the case opened, and she fell in head first again, this time with a splash. Oh my goodness, look at her getting in that suitcase. That is interesting. Let's find out some more. In a spick second, Sophia was under the water. She was surprised she could breathe. When she looked back, she could see that she had a mermaid tail. See that here? See her tail? No wonder I can swim so fast, she thought. In the distance, she could see a beautiful coral reef. There she saw the sea king. He was a large octopus surrounded by mermaids who appeared to adore him. Wait, is one of those mermaids Aunt Stella? She wondered. Is it really her? So she thought this one here was Aunt Stella. I bet it was too. Do you think? See? Just look at her with a mermaid tail. Sophia moved in for a closer look, and the mermaid scattered to hide. The Sea King eyed her suspiciously and asked what her business was in the Sea Kingdom. I thought I saw my aunt, said Sophia. She looked like one of your mermaids. Impossible, exclaimed the Sea King. They are all my daughters. You must leave now. The Sea King is no place for you. The Sea King waved Sophia away with his tentacles. He didn't like her being there. With that, Sophia opened her eyes. She stretched out and realized her foot was hitting the purple case. It was still on her bed. It must have all been a dream, she thought as she glanced at the clock. It was time to get up for the day. After breakfast, Sophia couldn't get the suitcase out of her mind. Were her dreams somehow connected with it? She marched back upstairs to her bedroom, looked at the suitcase again. This time she touched the lock. The case opened, and whoosh, she fell in. And suddenly she was riding on the back of a unicorn. The sky was filled with a giant rainbow, and the unicorn took off like a path through a pasture of blue and red flowers. See this rainbow? The wind was blowing through Sophia's hair. Up ahead she saw Aunt Stella waving from the train. Sophia pulled the reins on the unicorn's collar. The unicorn slowed, galloped up to the train platform, and bent down so Sophia could get off. She was so excited to see her aunt. Sophia quickly boarded and found Aunt Stella in the dining room. You found me, exclaimed Stella. Did you have fun on your travels? Yes, they were wonderful, said Sophia. I just wish you didn't have to go. You can come visit any time, said Aunt Stella, and I'll come to visit you next year. Now the mystery of the purple traveling case was solved. It wasn't used to take on travels. It was a way to travel. But how can you visit without your purple traveling case? Sophia asked. Oh, I have a new one. I thought I'd go for red this time, Aunt Stella said as she rolled out her new traveling case. What's in it? Asked Sophia. Let's open it together and see, said Aunt Stella with a smile and a wink. She winked at Sophia because she wanted to know that Sophia loved that purple traveling case. Thank you for listening to the story. I hope you get a good day. God bless.